Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0193 indicates a high voltage output from the fuel rail pressure sensor in the Honda Civic 2022 and later models. This diagnostic trouble code, DTC, is registered when the powertrain control module, PCM, detects that the voltage from the fuel rail pressure sensor exceeds a predetermined threshold. The fuel rail pressure sensor plays a critical role in monitoring the pressure of the fuel supplied to the engine. Basically, it sends real-time data to the PCM, enabling efficient fuel injection and optimal engine performance. When the sensor's output is too high, it suggests an internal fault in the sensor or problems in the wiring or connections. To effectively address this DTC, a systematic troubleshooting approach is essential. In this presentation, we will explore the potential causes, symptoms, and specific troubleshooting steps to rectify the issue. The fuel rail pressure sensor plays an essential role in the overall engine management system. Located within the fuel rail assembly, this sensor monitors the pressure of fuel present, ensuring that the engine receives the optimal amount of fuel for combustion. When the sensor experiences an issue, it can send a high voltage signal to the powertrain control module, PCM, which indicates an abnormality in the fuel pressure reading. Upon detecting this condition, the PCM will store the DTC P0193 and may trigger the check engine light on the dashboard. The high voltage reading may stem from an internal fault in the fuel rail pressure sensor, an electrical short, or issues with voltage in the associated input and output circuits. Understanding the roles and locations of these components is crucial for accurate diagnosis and repair. There are several potential causes for the DTC P0193. A primary issue can be a faulty fuel rail pressure sensor itself, which may not be reading accurately due to internal failures. Open or shorted circuits can lead to high voltage outputs, indicating wiring problems between the sensor and the PCM. Additionally, if the PCM is malfunctioning or damaged, it might misinterpret the signals being sent from the fuel rail pressure sensor as overstated, thus triggering the high voltage DTC. It's essential to systematically assess each of these components to identify the source of the problem accurately. Following the outlined inspection processes, several symptoms can arise from DTC P0193. One of the most common indications is the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard, which warns the driver of an engine management issue. Drivers may also experience poor engine performance, such as hesitation, stalling, or difficulty accelerating, reflecting the engine's inability to manage fuel effectively. In severe cases, faulty readings from the fuel rail pressure sensor could disrupt normal fuel injection patterns, leading to further complications in engine operation. Being aware of these symptoms is vital for early detection and prompt intervention, preventing potential long-term damage to the vehicle. The first troubleshooting step requires the technician to turn the vehicle ignition to the on mode and allow a brief wait of 2 seconds. Following this, the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, must be used to check the fuel pressure converted from the pressure sensor voltage. A reading exceeding 4.89 V indicates that the vehicle has duplicated the failure condition outlined by the DTC P0193. This step verifies whether the high voltage issue is present, helping diagnose a possible wiring or sensor failure. In this step, the fuel rail pressure sensor's 3P connector needs to be disconnected to perform further testing. Using a jumper wire, terminals number 1 and number 2 of the connector should be jumped, effectively simulating a normal operating condition. The technician then rechecks the HDS for the fuel pressure converted from the PF sensor voltage. A normal reading should be less than 4.89 volts. If the output voltage is within normal limits, this points to an issue with the fuel rail pressure sensor itself, while an abnormal reading suggests problems with the electrical wiring or connections. Before pursuing further inspections, ensure that the SCS line is jumped, awaiting more than 1 minute. Disconnect both the fuel rail pressure sensor's 3P connector and the PCM connector E. Proceed with inspections of the PF wire and SG1 wire circuits, using appropriate testing methods. The expected results would show less than 1 ohm resistance in both instances, indicating continuity, and that the circuits are functioning as they should. If either of these circuits fails to meet the expected criteria, it indicates a fault in the wiring or connections that may be contributing to the high voltage issue. If all prior inspection steps indicate normal operation, it suggests that the PCM itself is likely the issue. Given this conclusion, the technician should thoroughly investigate the PCM, checking its connections and any signs of physical damage. Verification that the PCM is functioning correctly is critical before deciding on its replacement. If the PCM is irreparably damaged or fails to communicate correctly with the fuel rail pressure sensor, replacement becomes a necessary part of resolving DTC P0193 effectively. The right diagnostic tools and techniques should be used to confirm this step before any replacement occurs. Following the repair actions taken to rectify the DTC P0193, it is essential to clear all diagnostic trouble codes from the PCM. After the codes are cleared, a retest of the vehicle is crucial to ensure that the fix was successful. It's advisable to monitor the fuel pressure readings once again using the HDS after repairs have been made to verify they are within acceptable parameters. If the readings are normal, this confirms that the repair was effective and that the vehicle is operating correctly without any persistent errors. This verification step is significant in ensuring the vehicle's reliability and performance has been restored. To avoid future occurrences of DTC P0193, implementing preventive maintenance is essential. Regular inspections of the fuel rail pressure sensor and its associated wiring can catch early signs of wear or damage before they evolve into significant faults. During routine vehicle service, technicians should perform thorough checks on circuit integrity, thus preventing potential high-voltage issues. Furthermore, any dashboard warning lights related to engine performance should be addressed promptly to avoid exacerbating any underlying issues. Adopting these practices will help maintain the integrity of the engine management system and enhance overall vehicle reliability. To summarize, DTC P0193 signifies a high voltage output from the fuel rail pressure sensor, necessitating careful diagnostic procedures. Identifying the root cause through systematic troubleshooting ensures that the issue is resolved effectively. Special attention must be paid to the sensor, wiring, and the PCM to rule out potential faults thoroughly. Regular testing and verification following repairs are crucial to confirm the rectification of the issue and ensure the vehicle returns to optimal performance. Moreover, maintaining a habit of preventive maintenance practices can significantly reduce the chances of this DTC reoccurring in the future. Understanding these aspects fosters better vehicle management and longevity. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.